Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. And today we are on the amazing, the almighty Anime Origins, which this game does release on the 14th. I already made a little video on this game before I realized they had more codes, and this video is basically just gonna be me showing off all the just the best units I think, or the units I think look cool. So first off, we're gonna put on Yuta. Then you got Madara. Then we got Alucard. Then I think this is the Battle Pass unit, so we need to put him on our team. And of all these other units, I mean, I would try Kenpachi, seems cool, Ichigo, but like the coolest one of them all that are Bleach has to be Stark. Dude, look at Stark. And then I need Bulma, I think she's a money unit. Yeah. Yeah, before we do anything else, I think we should go spin on one of these characters. I think we should go spin on one of these characters. What character should we spin on? I don't know yet. We'll have to see. And I think we spin here. Yeah, trait rerolls. Yeah. Trait rerolls right here. Boom. I have a million trait rerolls. Alright, I'm gonna spin on Yuta. Oh, okay. The one thing I can say that this game does have that is, yes, different, is the fact that they have a thing where if you get a trait, you could store it and keep spinning, and if you don't get a good trait, you could swap back to that trait that you stored. It's really cool. But here, let's see. I don't want this, 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 or that. I think Overseer are those are the best ones, I'm guessing, right? Yeah, but it's not even, yeah, it's still 4% chance. I only want Immortal. Yeah. What's the pity? 1,300. All right, I'll be back once we get Immortal.
Wait, before we continue the video, I'll give y'all 5 seconds to like and subscribe.
Guys, I got Immortal. Woo! This is nice. I'm a pretty big fan of the animation. It is pretty clean. Some people are like, oh, slop animation, slop, this, that. I think it's pretty clean. I think it's a Dragon Ball reference. Okay, don't say I'm LARPing, bro. I have no clue what it's from. Like, this is not my fault. No, this can't be a Dragon Ball reference. But boom, Immortal. You can only have 2 Immortals on our team at once. So should I get Immortal on Stark? I gotta get Immortal on Stark. Be right back. I was watching some Instagram reels and I got it. I'm not gonna lie, their Stark model does look pretty clean. I do mess with the Stark model. From a Bleach fan, I don't care. I'm usually gonna glaze anything that involves Bleach. I don't care. I do not care. I won't ever care. It's Bleach. You can't go wrong with it. Boom. Alright, wow. Where is he at? Can I just search up Stark? Yes, you can. That's beautiful. Oh, I can't equip... Bro. I guess I can't equip 2. I guess I can only have 1. Then I guess we'll try Kenpachi. Kenpachi sounds pretty good. Wait, the hell is that? Y'all hear that? Alright, so like I was saying, yeah, let's go ahead and feed all these people after I put in the content creator code. These codes will not work when the game comes out, by the way. So I don't think you can just use all these and become as overpowered. No, I'm kidding. All this stuff will be taken away as soon as the game comes out. So anyone who's like, oh, content creator this, content creator that. No, dude, I'm not keeping any of this stuff. It's literally just to show it off and hopefully get you guys to join the game and enjoy the game. Yeah. I'm really hoping I don't have to complete story and I can just do an infinite. Oh, I did not feed Kenpachi. That is also my bad. Let's see. Yeah, feed. And there's also right here, stats. Okay, how does this work? Mm. Oh, they have the same thing where you can hold it. Oh, expeditions. Alright, that's whatever. The stats really don't matter. I'm just gonna keep those on him. Let's see. Hopefully I don't. And I can just go ahead and just test them out. Oh, yes. No, no. I'm on number 2. Alright, well, I'll just be back once I finish this and get the store or get the infinite. Alright, after all of that, I think we can finally do infinite. Hopefully. Because I just want to showcase these damn characters, dude. Infinite. Yes. Alright. Alright. First person we're going to try out because they're the cheapest. Kenpachi, which is funny. They have the same feature that Anime Expeditions has, and this game's not even out yet. That's really funny. I think that's pretty funny. All right, hello. So I didn't do enough. Let me just sell him and place him right here. All right, let me first up. How many times? Okay, once. Oh, should I got the money trade on her, but it's all good. Auto upgrade her. Game all stats. Also, I think it's cool. So the way her passive works, I think it's the more units, or yeah, no wait. Yeah, more units in the range that defeat enemies, it starts like getting her more cash and stuff. I think that's pretty wild. But yeah, let's see his first attack. He just straight up just walks and swings. Okay, it's not bad. All right, and he's element Earth. Let's read his passives. The strongest Pachi attacks ignore 35% of physical resistance while the boss is within range, and this unit gains 25% damage and inflicts brittle on attacks until the boss leaves range or is defeated. And then brittle increases damage taken by sources by 10%. And killing blow. Attacking against enemies below 60% HP are converted to true damage. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, let's start upgrading. Next move, Impaling Thrust. Let's see what this looks like. It looks pretty cool. The model's pretty clean. It's just a little basic, I'm not gonna lie. Got a little faster. Jumps in there and snipes them. Okay. Next move, the last move. Berserker Rush. Maybe a little bit more money for that. Boom, Berserker Rush. Let's see what this looks like. He literally just runs at them and like slices his sword. So is that all he does? Yeah, bro, he's alright, I guess. Alright, he's 2 placements, so his best trait would be Immortal, I'm guessing. Then we got Yota. Don't know who this is. All I know is it's a Battle Pass character. So their first move, they run in and slice everywhere. It might be good for shield break. Let's read the passive. Forgotten Individual. Every 25 enemies defeated by this unit grants 1 offering. For each offering, this unit gains 5% damage up to the maximum of 30% damage. Alright. Severance Mark. I don't know if I said that right. Damaging an enemy marks them for 5 seconds, storing 18% of the unit's damage dealt. Each hit refreshes the mark and increases future stored damage by 3%. Up to 30%. When the mark expires, it detonates as true damage. If the stored damage would defeat the enemy, it detonates immediately. That's pretty cool. Let's start upgrading now. Okay, next move is called Rend. That's the same move? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, jumps in. Oh, okay. That was pretty cool. Next one, Phantom Rend. All right. That's it. His last move is lame. All right, well, let's get to the cool characters. First up, Alucard. Okay. So his first move, he goes up in the air, shoots. Okay. Pretty cool. And let's read his passives real quick. Okay. Oh my god. Third Eye. The unit gains 50% crit chance. Each attack that critical hit permanently increases the unit's range by 1% up to 10% range. Bloodthirst. The unit gains 3% damage for every bleeding enemy within the range, up to 10% damage. Coffin Trap. When a boss enters this unit's range, a coffin trap is placed ahead of its path. Get out of my face. If the boss crosses the trap, it is sealed inside the coffin and stunned for 7 seconds. Each boss can only be affected by the passive once. Only one coffin trap. Okay, I need to let me place units in the back here that are like maxed. That'll be good. All right, let's go back to reading. All right. Each boss can be affected by the passive once. Only one coffin trap can be placed every 18 seconds. This cooldown is shared across their coffin traps. And then we have the last one, Resurrection Release. Enemies defeated within the unit's range count towards Resurrection Release. Every 36 defeated enemies lowers the unit's resurrection level by 1. Resurrection 4, 10% damage. Resurrection 3, 10 plus dot damage. Resurrection 2, every 20 enemies summons a goal. The goal has summon health equal to 33% of the unit's damage. Resurrection 1, summon goals, gains 25%. Summon health, Resurrection 0, goals are summoned every 15 enemies defeated instead of summon goals, gain 30% damage. Okay. So next move is No Life Barrage. That's not that one. Okay, he has a line and a circle. That's pretty cool. So he sprays them and then does a giant poop. Hellhound Release. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. Hellhound Release. Dogs? Oh, that is... Okay, that's clean. The animation's clean. I mess with that animation. Alright, then we got... No Life Execution. Just teleports and shoots everywhere. Wait, I want to see that from this. That is really cool. And that's just him maxed. Okay. Now, we got Madara. Also, I don't know if you've seen, I like these little background things. These are pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, first off, gotta read the passives. Susanoo Ribcage. When an enemy attempts to inflict a debuff or crowd control on this unit, the unit has 50% chance to activate Susanoo Ribcage, blocking the effect and becoming immune to the enemy's debuff and crowd control for 3 seconds. Susanoo time. The unit begins with 20 seconds of Susanoo time. Defeating enemy before Susanoo is used to increase its duration. Normal enemies 3+ seconds. Mini boss 10+ seconds. Boss 15+ seconds. Susanoo time can be increased up to a maximum of 180 seconds. Then Heaven's Pressure. Every 5 attacks, his unit summons a Susanoo blade onto the target. After a short delay, the blade slams down, doing 75% of this unit's damage and AoE. Enemy hit are inflicted by Calamity for 6 seconds, and Calamity marks an enemy after a short delay. The mark detonates, repeating a portion of all damage dealt by the unit that applied Calamity while the mark was active. Alright, so let's see. So, actually, let's look at his first move first. So, just a little, yeah, okay. And start upgrading. Next move, oh, I did not see that. Next move is Majestic Grasp. How does that work? That's a weird AoE. It's different. Alright, next. Celestial Blade Storm. Whoa, that's a big AoE. Whoa. That was pretty... Okay, that's pretty cool. Then we just gotta max it out, and there it is. And then we can use Heavenly Splitter. Bow. Shing. Oh, that... Okay. That is clean. And his upgrades are completely reset. Wait, are these different moves? Oh, they are. Alright, that's pretty cool. Alright. Up, but not... Or at least, yeah, whatever. Is Utah. And his first move looks like... Wait, let's see what it looks like again. I didn't really see it. I'm gonna show off the moves before I do anything else. Well, that's cool. He glides in the air. Alright. Next move is Curse Slashdown. Boom. Yeah, so he just pokes them with his little itty bitty sword, and then Rika beats them up. Love bound slashes. Okay, so that circle is where she attacks, and then the line is where he attacks. That's cool. Last one, Cursed Vow, Black Flash. That is cool. Oh no, he's a move. Alright, let's read the passives before I do Love Beam. Okay, first passive. Lingering Queen's Hand. Every 6 attacks, this unit briefly manifests one cursed hand that fires a mini Love Beam at the target. Has a 30% chance to manifest... Brother. Has a 30% chance to manifest 2 cursed hands instead. Each hand deals 85% of this unit's damage and a small AoE. Copy. Select a unit and copy one of the copyable active abilities. This unit can store up to 4 copied active abilities at once. Copied active abilities keep their original effects and cooldowns. After copying an active ability, copy goes on cooldown before another ability can be copied. That's a lot of copies. Okay, Love Beam. This unit has a cursed spirit combined with their power to unleash a devastating beam of cursed energy. The beam strikes 5 times in a wide line, dealing a total of 300% of this unit's damage to enemies caught in the path. Let's see. Boom. Aura. Oh, okay, that was clean. That was clean. All right. Honestly, I like this game. I think this game does have potential to be up there with all the rest of the games, especially with the AoEs, the designs, the just the way the game is, and they have already like literally everything in the game. They have all like they have the what's it called, unit manager, they have the pre-placement, they have everything, like literally everything. But yeah, if you guys haven't, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll have the game and everything, the Discord server in the description. So make sure to like, bro. Make sure to check out the game. There we go. Took me a few tries.